I hope you can hear my chicken frying in the background. That is my chicken breast, because I've turned over a new leaf, so to speak, sort of. I mean, it's hard to turn over when you're my weight. I made a fat joke. A lot of people are like, Christian, you need to stop making fat jokes. Okay, you're not fat. But it's how I cope with being oversized. That got really weird really quickly. Lots of things discussed. Lots of life-changing attempts have been going on. That chicken frying is so loud. I mean, not frying. I'm not frying chicken in oil. I'm boiling it in water and then eating it with tomatoes. I recently did my very first live show. I know. I'm very excited by that. Lise and Sarah, who go by the name of Those Two Girls. Now, they do live shows in Brisbane, and they said, Christian, would you come on as a special guest? And I was like, I've never done a live show before. Yeah, I've been thinking about maybe taking a podcast on a live tour, but I don't know will I freeze up on stage? Will what I do be funny? Will it be entertaining? Or will it be just real shit? So I flew to Brisbane on the weekend, and I loved it. Oh my God, it was so much fun. I mean, the reason why it was fun is because I was up there with Liz and Sarah, and they were hilarious. And I think I could do it on my own. I don't know. And that's the test. Will I? And I'm thinking about taking the show on tour in October of this year. So right now, what's today? It's June. Didn't know what day it was. June the 26th. At the time I'm recording this, 2018. Let's take the show on the road. Sydney, Brisbane, Melbourne to start. Or maybe just Melbourne to start. And then we'll see if I'm waffling on about shit you don't need to hear. But keep an eye out. I might doing like a live podcast. Now, you might be thinking, maybe you should put some effort into a live show. And I've thought about that because I put no effort into the podcast. I want to set the bar so low, like unbelievably low, so that if you get there and you think this is going to be so shit, and it's called Complete Drivel, what would I call it? Like, don't come to the show, it's shit, is what I could make it. So it sort of like legally gets me out of any complaints or negative press. I'm like, well, of course it's shit. It's called Don't Come, It's Shit. So if I get like a 1-star review, I can be like, great, that's exactly what I set out. I forgot what I was saying, so I went off on a very large tangent. Anyway, I might be taking the show on the road. Who knows? Great. Okay. No planning. I will plan it quite heavily. I want it to be good. So anyway, I went to Brisbane and they put me up in, this is not a paid endorsement, the Alex Perry Hotel, right? Alex Perry is a very famous Australian designer. He's got no hair and he wears the sunglasses on the top of his head. Oh my God, this was like full glam. And this was the first time I'd been into what I call the voyeur room. What's a voyeur room? I know, it's right up my alley. It's like a real sex room. It's a sex room. So it's this hotel. I was on the 9th floor and the bedroom was like a glass box. Like all throughout there was like, it was like on a corner. So windows on one side, windows down the other, and like full window. And like there was once the curtains were open, everyone could see everything, right? And I was like, I've never been in an apartment like this before. And so obviously the first thing I did was get completely naked and then freak out. I was like, oh my God, everyone can see. And I hid because it was weird and I didn't like it. And then when it got dark at night and you turn all the lights off in the room and it's just like the street light and the ambient lights from the other buildings and the moon lights the room, it's like a proper sex room. It's the voyeur room where you like, I'm pretty sure people can't see you, but you want to have sex with the windows open and be like, yeah, watch me, look at me, watch me. That's like what I wanted to do. So of course, naturally, I got onto Grindr. 2 potential options in Brisbane. Sadly, they fell through and I was not able to have voyeuristic sex in the voyeur bedroom apartment at the Alex Perry Hotels. Oh, okay. If you ever go to Alex Perry Hotel, stay in, I don't know if every room is like that, but my room was room 912. So 912. Request if you want to have people watch you have sex. probably can't see from that high. Look, realistically, no one can probably see you apart from maybe some of the other buildings. But 912, right? Have loud sex so people can at least look up and be like, oh my God, there's people having sex up there. What was I talking about? Oh, yes. The lead up to doing a live show was a bit bad because there was a lot of bad omens and bad signs. So I got in the paper. Trish was in the Courier Mail. I know, right? Where is it? Oh, I want to... Damn it. Let me, just 1 sec. I'm going to go get it. Obviously someone who was a good broadcaster would pause at this time, but I'm not going to pause because CBF. I'll be back in a minute. I'm going. Just give me a minute. Just 1 sec. Got it. Just hold on. Don't scrub forward. Okay. Oh my God. I just ran 10 metres. I just need to get my breath. Just 1 second. I think running has like really shaken my stomach up and now I'm burping. Why do I burp when I do exercise? I just got back from the gym too. We're going to talk more about that. Oh my God, I'm so unfit. I'm only day 2 at the gym. No, day 3. This is day 3. Feels like day 207. And that's why I'm cooking like chicken and eating healthy. Because like I've never weighed more than I do right now. Okay. Here is the newspaper article. Courier Mail in Queensland. All around Queensland, I think. Oh gosh, okay. We're just going to pick this article apart just a little bit. Comedian. Thank you. So it starts with comedian. I got into so much shit from my friends being like, oh my God, do you think you're a comedian? You're actually not real funny. You just do like really average videos. Like, don't call yourself a comedian. I'm like, no, I'm not. They called me that. The people who love me. My fans. Do you have fans? Then leave me alone. I'm a comedian. I don't really think. Anyway. I'm still really puffed out. Just 1 second. I just need to do some breathing exercises. That didn't help at all, but let's press on. Comedian ready to take his viral YouTube act live. Social media funny man. See, they say funny man, not comedian. And I prefer funny man. Like, oh, he's having a crack. He's a funny man. Even though the picture they've used is of me dressed as a woman. That might be confusing to some readers. Social media funny man Christian Harley's heading to Brisbane for his first ever live show. And he's hoping he won't, in quotes, seize up and vomit. I thought, like unexpectedly, I thought I would just freeze up or have a shit myself on stage or vomit just off stage. That's what I thought would happen. The self-confessed hermit shot to fame 2 years ago after his satirical YouTube videos went viral. One went viral and then the rest are just pretty average. Fans can't get enough of his series of clips, including being a teacher, being a nurse, problems people who work in retail face every day, not to mention his character Trish and her shameless attempts to be a contestant on TV's The Bachelor. I'm glad that got a bit of cut through because I really want Trish. I just want Trish to be in one episode of The Bachelor or The Bachelorette. Like, no, The Bachelor. Yeah, because it's got to be with all the girls. Or Trish is the Bachelorette. And at the end, we reveal Trish is really me. Oh my God, shock twist. Coming up next on The Bachelorette. Or should we say, Bachelor. Anyway. Now with 480,000 Facebook followers and 45,000 YouTube fans, Hull says he's ready to see if he could take things offline. No. I don't really want to take things offline. I just want to... No, I do. I want to take things offline. Hannah is absolutely correct. Hannah was the girl who interviewed me. So lovely. She came to the show. Isn't that like so nice of her? I hope we gave her free tickets. In quotes. Oh my God, I'm a bit nervous about doing a live show for the first time, but I think it'll be a really good experience for me, he told Confidential. I'm loud and crazy and when I'm on camera, but really I'm just lazy, tired shell of a human. My only real performance experience is playing Sandy from Grease in kindergarten. He said. Why would they didn't add the laughs? Wish they did. That would really show you how much I'm the only person that laughs at my own jokes. Side note, I played Sandy in the musical Grease. Look, I may have talked it up a little bit. It wasn't the full musical Grease. It was like a variety show from different year groups in primary school. And did I say in kindergarten? Oh yeah, no, I was not in kindergarten. I lied. I think I was definitely in year 4 or year 5. I was old. I was like old enough to realise I was playing a girl and people made fun of me for that. But I was like, I don't care. I'm a girl. Because I like girls, therefore I would like to play a girl. I am a heterosexual young male. I probably didn't even realise I was gay back then. No, I definitely didn't. Although he lives in Melbourne, Hull, who is a video producer on the national radio show Carrie and Tommy, chose Brisbane for his first live performance after being asked to be part of radio hosts Sarah Wills and Liz Carlaw's, aka those two girls, comedy show at Brisbane's Old Museum today. This is me, quote again. I have a cousin who lives in Brisbane who I would go and stay with when I was younger, and I think a lot of my bad habits come from there, including my Macca's addiction. He laughs. That was the article. Yeah. And I've got it here. I'm not putting that in a book of all things that I've been in. It's more like a dossier, and then I scan it and put it in the computer. Okay, so I bet you're wondering how the show went. And I think I already answered that question earlier on. But just in case I didn't, it went really well and I really liked it. I definitely did open with that. I should have really hooked you in. Like, what happened on stage when Christian got on stage? Find out next. It was fine. Nothing happened. But all the bad omens. So I got all these bad omens and I overthought because I thought, oh my God, all these bad things are happening. Lee's lost her voice. I know, first bad sign. She's supposed to be on stage. She got it back. Spoiler alert. When I got to Brisbane Airport, first of all, my flight was delayed twice. No, once. I won't hand that up. It was only delayed once. It doesn't actually. Now I'm reading all the points that I've written down about all the bad signs. It's not that bad, really. I think the only bad thing, and my tolerance levels are becoming like my father's. Like I've got no tolerance. I'm really getting just angry about everything. And I don't care if I sound like an arrogant monster here when I say I'm starting to get recognised quite a bit when I go out in public, which is great. I love it. I'm not going to pretend like, oh my God, stop, leave me alone, no photos. I'm literally like screaming as I walk down the street. Anyone want photos? Do you want a photo? Anyone want photos? And they were like, oh, stay away from the crazy homeless man. I'm like, no. Here, look, I've got so many followers. You want a photo? Just get a photo and save it for when you realise who I am. Okay, let's just take one. Let me just take a photo of you and I on your phone. And then they run away and then the cops sort of just still like on alert. I totally forgot what the story was. I've got a lot of people. Oh, so intolerant. So I don't want to make I want to make a scene so bad sometimes in public when something doesn't go my way. Like I just want to scream at someone. And I would never have normally done that. I hate confrontation. And that's sort of going out the window. Like I really want to just be like, this is so unfair. Why would you send me to, like, here, for example, I got to the airport in Brisbane and then went to get a taxi back to the hotel. And I walked up and there's like 16 bays, right? You walk up and then the guy goes, bay 16, bay 15, you, and bay 14, 13, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, he goes to me, bay 15. So I'm walking up to bay 15. I get to bay 15. And then I'm like the only one and there's like bay 16 is empty. And I'm like, well, should I go to 16? And then like, why am I here? And then some people got picked up in a cab and I'm standing there. And then he starts filling them. He goes, go to bay 1 and bay 2 and bay 3. So because it's late at night. And so there's people in bays 1, 2 and 3. And then me at 15. I'm like, why am I down here? I didn't, because I was like, don't make a scene, Christian, because that really old man is your key demographic. He might know who you are and give you a bad reputation. So I'm just like sort of looking at him like, what am I doing down here? Like, hi, you've sent me here. Why am I here? 3 taxis come in and pick up people in bays 1, 2, and 3. And I'm like, well, I was here before them. Why? Oh my God, it was really late at night too. And I was furious. And I was like, don't, just bottle it. Let it form sort of a cancerous growth in your stomach that you'll discover later on in life. Bottle everything, Christian. Just bottle it up. You want people to think you're a really nice human being who is tolerant. I'm so intolerant. Like, literally, it was an inconvenience for 2.5 minutes. So anyway, all the taxis fill all the bays. And so I'm in bay 15, and I go to get in one. And I'm like, I can't get in. He's like, no, I can't let you in. You've got to go down to the front. I'm like, I got sent here. Like, I understand that I'm not supposed to get into your cab, right? Because there's no one at bays 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 at the moment. And I'm the only weird moron standing at bay 15. But he sent me up here, right? So open your cab and let me the fuck in. That's not what I said. I was like, oh no, I'm so sorry that the gentleman at the front sent me to bay 15, but no one's picked me up. So I just, oh, poor little old me. What do I do? Oh, fuming with rage. If he wasn't going to let me in his cab, I was going to smash his window and then walk down and stand at bay 1 and push people out of the way and be like, no, I'm in bay 1. Anyway, so dramatic. And that was like, oh my God, the show's going to be so bad because I couldn't get a cab. Talk about dramatic and over the top. Christ. Was that all that happened? I don't know what this note means. It says, can in Brisbane, talking myself up. What's can in Brisbane? Was that supposed to be the newspaper bit? Oh my God, I just read another point. Barefoot investor. So I'm starting to adult a lot more. By that I mean getting more intolerant of things, but now starting to take charge of my finances. I'm Dr. Filling my finances. In Australia, we have a name. We have a guy who goes by the name of the Barefoot Investor. Where's his book? I think it's Scott Pape. Anyway, if you Google the Barefoot Investor, he's insane. So I was at the airport when I was doing my Canberra trip and I had some time to kill, and then I saw his book and I was like, everyone raves on about the Barefoot Investor. So I was like, oh yeah, right, I'll buy it. I bought it. Oh my God, I couldn't put it down. It's like financial porn. Like, it's not boring like, put 2.9% into ASIC shares and then please go and put $50 in a Q-Saver account. Like, it's not like that. It's really interesting and it's really watered down for stupid, dumb idiots like myself. So I was reading it like he was like Oprah to me. Like, I was like, yeah, I'm going to get an ING savings account. The crowd goes wild. And I did. So I opened up an ING savings account. I got 2 accounts in there. One is called Splurge and one is called Mojo. Right, I won't go into it because I'll probably bore the shit out of you. If you're not interested in finance, you should be. And this book will get you interested. And it's like, it's so clever. It tells you how to get out of debt. It tells you how to fix your super. And if you're 30 years old or over, you need to read this book. If you're 30 years and under, just go and live a bit frugally, spend all your money. But then when you get to 30, you like go, oh my God, I need to think about my financial future. And so I was reading it and now I'm starting to save a lot more. And it's porn. It's financial. I would literally jerk off while reading that book. It is so good. And I've got my little orange ING card. I've got another card for my other bank that I'm with, Kudos. I'm not with the big 4 banks. The big 4 banks can go and suck my... Sorry, I was going to say something really inappropriate. Because I don't do that here. I got thrown by my insult. I was going to say suck my giant penis, but then I was like, that's factually incorrect. It's massive, not giant. God, get your acronyms right. It's not an acronym. What is it? Get your word. I don't even know. I ruined it. Anyway, Barefoot Investor. I'm like I called Dad and I was like, Dad, I want to invest in shares. What do I do? Help me. Is it a good idea? And I thought Dad would know everything. He's like, I don't really know. I have a financial advisor and I'm not sure. I was like, what? I thought you were like, you do all the financy stuff. No. And then Mum was like, no, don't do shares, but I was like, oh, do I do shares? And I was like, oh, wow. Whoa. And that's the hard-hitting podcast of today. Anyway, Barefoot Investor, it sorts your super out, and it just makes small changes right now, like right at this moment, just little tiny changes to your bank and your super that he's like, you will thank me in 30 years' time when you retire. And I reckon I will, because it like tells you to research your super fund, and it says you're paying too much. He basically breaks down if you're paying too much in fees, and that you can save like $240,000 if you find a super place. Oh God, I know this is so boring. If you find a like superannuation, like I'm with Media Super, and they don't charge like a lot of fees. Their fees are like 20% of what the actual bigger ones charge. So in the long run, he's like, you're saving like $250,000. So like, whoop! I just won $250,000. Real burpee again. Oh, I just remembered something. Let's end with this. I was on a current affair. Okay, oh my God, just let that sink in. Let that like seep into your brain. Me, Christian Hull, a current affair. Now, of course, if you're regular listeners of Complete Drivel, you'll know I've said some things in here that could very well end up getting me arrested. And then I got a message from a friend that was like, oh, I just saw you on a current affair. And I thought, no context around what it was for. And my heart, I just went, oh my God, they're doing an expose on people that go to parks. Oh my God, my heart. Oh, I was just about to do a live show, and now I'm going to go to jail, and I just can't win anymore. And then I like was frantically like, oh shit, what was it for? Ugh. It turns out wasn't a big deal. That it was for like checkouts that aren't doing plastic bags anymore. And no, was it? Or self-serve checkouts? I don't know. I did watch it. It's somewhere. I'll put it in the video. It will go up on YouTube. Anyway, so I was on it, and it turns out I'm not yet fully #exposed. But that I know that's coming. And it's like, can I be bothered going through all these podcasts to find out things that I should take out? No. You know me. I left like 60 seconds of silence when I went down to get this bloody newspaper article I was in. Anyway, have a great night/day. I've got to go eat my chicken. It's cold now, but that's fine.